And we're live, live master showcase. I'm so super excited today to have our special guest, Heather Keselek. She is a confidence coach from the incredible state of Pennsylvania. That's where she resides, actually. And I met this incredible woman, I think about a month ago. It's going close to a month, at least 3 weeks, minimum 3 weeks, about a month, I think. I got introduced to her through a mutual incredible friend of ours, Linda Irwin. And I'm just really happy that we were able to connect. And she just completed, I think about a week or so ago, our video challenge, or 7-day video challenge, interview challenge. And here's the interview, like I always say. So yeah, Heather is, like I said, a confidence coach, and she's has an amazing story of transformation, how she took control of her life and made an amazing transformation. So she's going to share more about that. And so I'm going to let you take over, Heather. Introduce yourself a little bit. We'll get into some questions while we let people know that we're live. Go ahead, Heather.
Hi, thank you, Mike. Yeah, like Mike said, I'm from north of Pittsburgh, Michael. Hi, Michael. Not you, Michael, but that Michael. I'm from north of Pittsburgh. I live about, in Cranberry Township area. And I have grown up in this general area. I grew up in a place called Greensburg, Pennsylvania. And my story, wow. Well, I was born older. That's what I just tell people. I felt like when I was born, I came out and I just kind of looked at the world in a different way. And I just felt a connection and an understanding beyond my years. And I didn't understand really what that was. And now as I've grown into, well into adulthood and have gone through some serious soul searching and changing and really, really looking at the depths of what I was, holding back from and holding in. And I've had a real catharsis in this period of time. But my story, I had a pretty rough, I didn't get what I needed growing up. I didn't have horrible parents. My parents did the best they could with the skills they had. But my mom was 19 when she had my sister and 23 when she had me. So they did the best they could. And had I done what they did at 23 and 19, I could promise you that my children wouldn't end up like me. So they did something better than I would have done if I was in their shoes. So I really do appreciate and have gratitude for the best that they could do. They did the very best they could. And I fully appreciate, respect it, forgive, and have a different level of kind of boundaries now in my life that I've learned. Unfortunately, I don't have a great relationship with my father because he was verbally abusive and still continues to be so. And I've come to a point in my life where I had to decide, do I want to always be the forgiving and the person who always lets myself be brought to a level of pain by my own father? I can't keep doing it. And so I really did kind of have to, unfortunately, because I love my father and it was extremely difficult. He's a good person, but he just keeps doing the things that he's been doing my whole life. And I can't keep allowing it. So
yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, especially with somebody that close to you that you really love. I mean, you still have to protect your energy, though. You really do.
And that's what I've come to learn in my life, is that my heart's beating 1,000 miles an hour. I'm nervous, and I'm never nervous. So that says something about you, Mike. You have a powerful energy, and I think everybody who watches you knows that. So speaking of energy, I feel other people's energies. I feel other people's emotions very, very, very strongly. And I didn't know that until I was mid-COVID. I knew I was a sensitive person. I knew I was, a very feeling, passionate person, but I didn't understand to the depths of where my empath levels were. And so through this process of COVID, prior to COVID, I started really looking at my emotional eating, my emotional drinking. Up until, almost 9 months ago, I was still participating in binge drinking once a week, minimally. My husband and I met 20 years ago. He is the love of my life. He's my best friend. But we met 20 years ago, and I'm 47. So what was that? 27 years old when I met him. Guess what we were doing? We were 27. We were going out to bars, having fun, right? Throwing back the and I love beer and I'm a beer snob. And, you know, we did the fun things, man, but we kept going in that lifestyle far too often. Being a parent, being a professional, having a career, trying to balance all the things that I'm balancing, I was crumbling. And it was, you know, mostly because I was participating in addictive things that were doing nothing for me but keeping me down. And I just decided that I had to go through the process so that I could come out of this in a light that I deserve to live in. And so that's what I've done. And I've lost 55 pounds. And I, you know, have really come to a place of peace in my life, a place that I haven't been able to be in 47 years. I've been working on this path of mine since I was a very young girl. And I knew at a very early age, like I said, I felt like I was born older, and I was seeking help and guidance for me to progress to where I wanted to be. At the very young age of 19, I started going to support groups. I went to an adult children of alcoholics groups. Even though my parents weren't alcoholics, I needed to get it out and talk about it. And I was amongst others who were sharing their feelings and their pain and their suffering and their traumas. And it alerts you to the fact that we're all in this together. We all go through these things together. And we are trained to believe certain things about ourselves based on what our broken caregivers might have passed on to us as far as beliefs go. I see your video is kind of gone, Mike, so I don't know if I should keep going. Mike's video is churning. I think I might wait a second. I think Mike's video is not working. Oh no. Okay. Well, perhaps we'll come back. I'm not going to lead the video myself.